Hey guys, this is the Gaming Robot, and I want to welcome you back to the Birch Forest Railway and to another showcase of one of the modelers of the Immersive Railroading Discord. This particular model behind me is the BR Class 15, and it's a really special one because not only am I unfamiliar with the modeler whose name is, and I apologize if I butcher it, Arbiter of Mount Liel, interesting name. Um, and this is from the resource pack Old Timey Engines Beta. And the keyword there is beta. Everything is subject to change, not everything is finished, and the modeler, as far as I'm aware, is working in the background just to keep adding to this pack and stuff like that. I will leave a link to this mod pack in the description. Make sure you download the 1.5 to get the Class 15, as well as the Rustin. The main reason that I've opted to do this showcase rather than all of the other locos thus far, because for now it seems to be like full steam ahead, pardon the pun. For most of the modelers in the Discord, they seem to be putting out lots of British steam locomotives and, all that sort of stuff, and those will come further down the line. But the main reason for this is it's the first British Railways diesel that's been available for quite some time. So this one follows after the Class 08 Arc Shunter, which you can just see behind me. But anyway, I'm rambling. So yeah, let's take a look at this model because it's done in a sort of different format to all of the others. It's not smooth. It's done sort of more in a blocky way to indicate that it's in Minecraft. Whereas if you take a look at, for example, the Arc Shunter, and I'm not comparing it, I'm just saying, it's all smooth and, it looks more like the real life prototype. And I have nothing against it being all blocky and pixely. The main reason that I want to review this is because it's the first diesel of its kind. It's running idle in the background. I've just got it running so we can get going. And there's also another reason this is a special showcase. It's because if you haven't noticed already, the quality of the video has gone up and everything looks relatively smooth. And that's thanks to the new desktop PC that I'm running this on and the fact that I'm able to get OBS working properly. But anyway, back to this model. It's a great looking model, and as far as I'm aware from the research I did last night and by scrolling through Wikipedia, and some general YouTube stuff, the only surviving Class 15 is D8523. Not sure if I got that one right, but I think it is. D8523, which is currently residing on the East Lancashire Railway in Britain, because this is a British loco. Duh. But the archive footage, at least on YouTube, says 10 years ago it was given a startup, but there's been nothing since. But anywho, I'm rambling, and we might as well ramble on the move. So let's get into the loco. The first thing you'll notice is you spawn inside where the engine compartment would be, or the storage compartment, so you just have to wiggle your way through. And visibility is poor, but that's fine because we have third person. Anywho, let's see. So the route today is going to be a light engine movement all the way down to village terminus, pick up the engineer's train, quote quote, and then head to dockside to fix whatever mess I've caused over there. The points need to be widened, and I need a better way to get to the docks itself. Anywho, first things first, let's check the horn. Yeah, it sounds like your American default, which is understandable because, as I was saying, when I went on YouTube, the only sounds that you could get were the startup sounds, which were like from 10 years ago. And there's no archive footage, at least that I found, of these working on the main line. Anywho, rambly, let's go. Just need to... There we go. I'm not sure how it's going to handle the points. I've spawned it on... I should have spawned it on the middle road, then it would have gotten it straight. Okay. There are no livery variants for this as of yet, but I'm hoping that we can get it in like sort of well, that's just great. Yep, forgot about this. Let me just, there we go. Professional YouTubering. Anywho, going around the corner, almost onto the points. Hopefully that should be the last slip up. Good detail with the bogies following the track ramps, and the hitbox is wider than I thought, so it's just giving me an offense for that. Okay, once we get through the station, we'll open her up and see how fast she can go. Top speed, at least via the Heritage book that I'm reading information on, is 60 miles an hour. We won't get close to it, but we can sure try. Okay, as we come in through Shed Station, signal box on the left, and trees to the right. It's running commentary, I know. But the one thing that I like whilst we're... Whoops, wrong button. Mechanical keyboard, new keyboard, lots of buttons. The one thing that I do like is the interior. I was slightly aware of this fact, but the doors are different on opposite sides, and the cab's little desk for the controls of the cab is switched on either side. But yeah, this class 15, the successor to this was the, ooh, wow, listen to that roll, was the class 20, but they all shared, both of them shared one small minor problem that didn't deem them successful on British Railways. I'm just assuming this. I do know basic information, but I'm still just assuming. That horn's really bugging me, but not much I can do about it. It was poor visibility from one end, so with this it suffers on both ends because the cab's in the middle. On the class 20 it has the cab at one end, so kind of like the OH Shunter but longer. The engine bay is a lot longer, and that's usually why they double head the class 20s, at least in practice. And yeah, we're picking up a lot of speed. Ooh. Lay off a bit. There we go. And because of that, both the class 15 and the class, I think it was 17, maybe, were made redundant due to poor visibility and probably health and safety concerns. That's just general assumption, and that's your general history lesson on the railways of Britain, or British Railways in the 1960s, 1970s maybe? But anywho, this is a great looking model. Handles really well, takes the corners nicely. Hitbox shouldn't be too wide. Oh, we're going to be coming through here with some speed. Let's just lay off a bit. Now, I'm really hoping, otherwise it looks like we might be going into carrier sidings, but I'm hoping that I switched the points earlier. Please tell me I did. Be ready to hard brake. This is professional YouTubering. Oh, number lock. Be ready. Be ready. Should be fine. Go left. Yes. And we come onto Chunk Tunnel. And strangely enough, this still is causing quite a lot of... Oh, it doesn't coast very well, does it? That's fine. This still is causing quite a bit of bugs with the chunks. I don't know what's going on. There's something right in the middle of this tunnel where everything just goes up and loads in. Excuse me. Loads in instantly, and I have no idea why. Right. We're going through Torp Tunnel. So, yeah, as I mentioned, I've got a new desktop computer that I'm running this on. I kind of cheated and just put the whole BFR and Minecraft instant into the cloud from my laptop and then re-downloaded it back on to the computer via the cloud because the two accounts are connected. And that was a stroke of, well, that was just a bit of intuition, just guessed and hoped. This sounds really good, even though I think it's sort of like the sound of a similar engine sound to the Canadian Pacific or more of the American diesels. It doesn't sound too bad. though I can't properly hear it because I'm talking over it, which isn't helpful at all. But yeah, I just transferred everything from my laptop to my desktop, and it worked, surprisingly. And then yesterday, after coming out of my slump, I got OBS working, and the Birch Forest, the Minecraft Java actually went through the first time. It's just that Google now, I can't seem to get up on OBS, but that's just a technical problem that I'll solve as and when necessary. I'm cringing at the sound of that horn. I don't know why. Anywho, we're just, well, we are coasting hard. Let's just lay off some speed. The tunnels are now no longer as dark, so you can see all of the minor faults that I have made, or the work that I haven't done when I'm supposed to probably be doing it. Anywho. No, that's just a coasting with the wheels. I'm trying to see if it sounds like I can thrash it away, which is a common thing for 37s mostly, but you can also do it pretty well with class 20s. I'm trying to work out whether that's the actual sound of it, because it does have the same sound as a class 20, a little duller, but still works. Okay, we have arrived in village terminus. I already preset the points earlier, so it should be fine. Right, now we just need to stop before the points. I've noticed that acceleration has become a lot more smoother since transferring all of the save file stuff over to desktop. I'm trying to watch my speed. I think I'm sitting on the points, so I might have to roll back a bit. Oof. Yep. And that would also be a problem. There we go. Okay. And just go back a bit. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on here. I was on here yesterday just doing benchmark tests, but apart from that, not much. Can you hear it? I can't tell. It sounds too quiet. Okay, let's check the usual stuff. Decouple in normal mode. Coupling hook. Also decouple in normal mode. Okay, we should have enough room to gently, he says. Yeah, that should be enough slack to gently bump it so that the couplings work. Oh no, I hope you don't run into that glitch. Okay. Yeah, that's a no. One thing that I would add already, just as a bit of constructive criticism, is if it's like a bounding box to the cab, and I'm trying to sound professional, but I have no idea what I'm talking about, allow the player to move just slightly out some more so that it can fully see out the window if you're like me, if they're like me and they want to, you know, drive in first person and stuff. Okay, ready, steady, steady. Wait a minute. No, okay, bit more. Steady as. There we go. And full brake. Okay, now to do the really stupid rule. Not that, definitely not that. Stop pressing buttons, mechanical keyboard, can't get used to it. Alright, let's see. We have our engineers train consisting of a GWR brake wagon, box vans, coal trucks, stuff like this. Also, chances are you've probably never been on this side of Village Terminus platform, so welcome to this side of Village Terminus platform, home of the engineers train. Alright, let's see. We need to first do the points towards dockside, docklands, dock something. That works. Switch that. It's going to be a little tight. Hopefully, thankfully there are still no derailment physics in immersive railroading yet, so I don't have to worry about majorly overhauling the tracks. I still can't... Why am I so interested in hearing the engine sound? It's there, but I got something else going in my ear. It's like a fan of some description. It's not the desktop. That thing isn't even complaining. All right. Still cringing. Okay, let's see if I can get it to thrash. Okay, let's give me a bit more. Oh, now you can hear it. Look at that. Listen. Not bad. Let's see if we can get a good shot as it comes around or out of the station. No, wrong button. Excuse the button pressing. Mechanical keyboard. Oh, the excuse I've got. That looks really good. Screenshot. Hopefully it's not going to complain too much on the banks, but there might be a slight issue. The sun's rising as we head off to Docklands. That looks really good. So good. Like I said, I'm unfamiliar with this style of modeling, but I have to admit, I'm okay with it. It's pretty cool. I'm now having to resist pressing the horn because it's weird. Yeah, you can definitely hear it now. Let's see if we can get some speed on. Yeah, it's a looping sound. It gets louder the more you put power into it. Let's see how fast we can get it to go. There's a hill, so we'll lose speed by the time we get into Docklands, but who knows. There's also a certain point. Eek. Come on. Oh, we're gonna lose speed. Here's the hill. One heck of a climb. That's weird. Wow, that's worrying. It took the hill well. I was just made the wrong approach towards it. Let's see what we got. I'm literally just fixated onto the speed limit and the engine temperature. Also, apologies if the mic quality is a little low. I was fiddling around with it yesterday and don't think I got it quite where I can basically shut up and the game audio will fade in. I had that on the laptop, but that was because the mic was built into the laptop. Voice crack. I had to buy a separate mic for this time round. It's got a pop filter and everything. Super professional, he says as he adjusts it whilst recording. Bugger. I'm really liking that thrashing. And the fact that it's a looping sound makes it 50-50. I hope this doesn't sound like I'm moaning at the loco. I'm not. It's just the sounds at the moment. Everything's fine about the loco, the way it drives, the way it looks. The style works quite well with immersive railroading. I have my doubts, if I'm honest, but it works. It makes it work. Come on, a bit more speed. Don't like that horn. That's the main thing. I'm sure there's plenty of videos with class 20s, thank you, class 20s giving warning tones. Maybe you could use it, something like this, because it's relatively similar. But yeah, my main gripe at the moment is brakes, hard brakes. My main gripe at the moment is just that horn. the horn and the fact that you can't see out the front or back windows is just a tad annoying. It's handling the corners nicely, the bogies go around with it, so obviously my track isn't too sharp. Yeah, let's see what we got. Brakes are a little sluggish, at least in this instance, but I should be able to get it stopped. There we go. Alright. That's pull. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, that has been Arbiter of Mount Liel's BR Class 15 showcase from the old-timey engines beta texture pack or resource pack, whatever it is. And yeah, I have to admit, I really like the loco. The way it looks is great. The livery, the color of it goes really well. There's no smoke coming from the top, but to be honest, I really can't give constructive criticism as a person who just drives the trains. And like he said, and I said before, everything is still in beta. It's a beta mod pack. So things are subject to change. Chances are, if I'm moaning about it now, a month later, whenever you come back to this video and you actually use the loco, it's probably totally fine without too many problems or no problems at all. Yeah, I'm rambling. But a little bit of channel news, I suppose. I've now that I've got most of the major sources that I need onto OBS, so I can record however I want, whenever I want. Hopefully. The next thing that I want to do in at least Minecraft showcases is there's a Black 5 from Dank Wantage, I believe. I may have said that wrong, I apologize. And there's also Battle of Britain class from Dragon Gamer, which I want to relivery into 92 Squadron, as that currently resides on the New Valley Railway. So those two locos you can look forward to, hopefully, either next week or the week after, depending how well things go in my real life. But yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed this sort of quite rough, quite rushed perhaps, showcase of Arbiter of Mount Liel's BR Class 15. And if you have enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like. If this is something you want to see more of, or you want to see me showcasing both the Black 5 and or the Battle of Britain class 92 Squadron, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell so that you can see when I upload, and then you can also see those videos that you want to. And yeah, like I said, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys around.